are gonna make a fortune with this place.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Will, and today we're going to be taking a look at set number 76960, Brachiosaurus Discovery. This set has 512 pieces, has 3 minifigures and a dinosaur, and retails for $79.99 in the US and $74.99 in the UK. Once again, continuing our Jurassic Park set reviews, we're actually getting very close to the end, just one more set to go after this, that being the largest. But this is the set I was most excited for when it was first rumored. And on that note, everyone, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. And starting us off here, we have the box, featuring a bunch of tall trees and a grassy plains in the background. And once again, continuing the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary color scheme on their boxes. Here we can see the Brachiosaurus towering over everybody, and our first ever official glimpse of a dinosaur in this franchise. Not counting those hidden scenes with the Velociraptor at the very beginning, this was our first actual look at a dinosaur. Taking a quick look at the back of the box, we can see how the silhouette at the bottom here just simply keeps changing. We got a clearer view of a Pteranodon and 2 Parasaurolophus, as well as a Triceratops, Brachiosaurus, and a couple raptors. And of course, a bunch of features included in the set, which we'll take a look at when we look at the actual product. Upon opening the box, you'll find 1 instruction manual, as well as 4 numbered bags, and the new paper bags, which LEGO is currently using, at least when it comes to the Jurassic Park sets, to hold the dinosaur pieces. The first 2 bags will of course help you build the Brachiosaurus and the Jeep Wrangler, and the final 2 bags building the large tree included in the set. Moving on to the minifigures included in this set, first off we have Dr. Alan Grant, featuring a raptor claw which he took off his dig site at the beginning of the film. Now, we've gotten a couple of Dr. Grant minifigures before. The first one in that Velociraptor kitchen set where he had more mud caked all over him. And then of course we got the T-Rex breakout set. And then of course we got the Jurassic Park gate set, which featured basically this exact minifigure. And then finally we got the T-Rex breakout, which featured him with rain all over him because it was raining during the scene. There were water droplets on his face. Taking a quick look at the back of the minifigure, you can see all the creases all over his jacket. This of course being the Dr. Grant right at the beginning of the film. There's absolutely no mud anywhere whatsoever. So it's basically just a normal Dr. Alan Grant minifigure. It's also worth noting that Dr. Grant doesn't come with any hairpiece included in this set. It's just his fedora. Moving on to the next minifigure, we have Dr. Ellie Sattler. This time coming with a plant accessory, as she's investigating a plant during the scene. This Ellie minifigure is no different from the previous Ellie Sattler minifigure we got in the Triceratops set, except for one major difference: there is no mud anywhere on her costume. This of course being an earlier version of the character, there's absolutely no reason for her to have mud all over her clothes. Another really cool thing to know about the Ellie minifigure is she has a reversible head. This one of course being her surprise face as she sees the Brachiosaurus for the first time. A really excellent addition. Nonetheless, a very decent minifigure indeed. The third and final minifigure included in this $80 set. Once again, really wish we got the blood-sucking lawyer. Anyway, the last one is John Hammond, the creator of Jurassic Park. Basically the start of everything in the franchise. Coming with his amber cane and his white suit. I absolutely love how he has the gap in his teeth. Once again, we've gotten a version of this minifigure before in the Jurassic Park gate sets, but it's nice to get him in a cheaper set. Taking a quick look at the back of the minifigure, I love how the striped pattern runs down his back. All in all, a really decent figure. Moving on to the dinosaur included in this set, that of course being the Brachiosaurus itself. It's an absolutely gorgeous animal. I was so hyped when I learned we were getting a Brachiosaurus finally. Though sadly, it doesn't have a lot in terms of posability. You can move the neck and head side to side and up and down, as well as open and close the mouth, and then move the neck up and down. The tail is a separate piece as well, but with the pattern on the Brachiosaurus, it's really hard to have it out of that one position. Now, the legs and body are one full piece, which is really disappointing for me. I really wish they could have given us the actual dinosaur with moving legs. And we're supposed to be able to lean this dinosaur up on its tail so it can reach up to higher leaves. but it falls over extremely easily if you have the neck pointed straight out. It makes it really difficult to keep it posed in that way. Nonetheless, I'm really happy to have finally gotten a sauropod in a LEGO set, and I definitely hope LEGO keeps it up by giving us the Apatosaurus soon. Moving on to the Jeep Wrangler included in this set, this being a different variation than what we got in the previous Dilophosaurus set. This one not having a rain canopy, instead having an open top, and you can actually lift that top up and down to get your minifigures in much quicker. Inside the Jeep we have space for 3 minifigures, and of course nice detailing on the front, as well of course on the back with the spare tire. And I gotta also say I love the Jurassic Park stickers on the side of the Jeep. All in all, it's a very detailed vehicle, and I'm really glad we got this in a set. I do want to note though, something I figured out, especially while recording this video, when you try to lift up the canopy, some of these pieces holding it down will actually come loose really easily, so that's a real stability issue. Moving on to the final part of the set, that being the massive brick-built tree. First off, I absolutely love it. It is really great to finally get a tree Brachiosaurus height, something most sets in the Jurassic World wave have been lacking. I also love how we got the little Brachiosaurus sign down here saying no feeding the animals. Now what's interesting is this set is actually 2 scenes in one set. Of course it depicts the very first scene with the Brachiosaurus where we see it for the first time and it can rear up on its hind legs and eat leaves from the tree. But it actually is also based off a second scene, the scene where the Brachiosaurus sneezes on Lex. We have a little canopy up here in the tree where you can put Dr. Grant and, if you have him, a Lex and Tim minifigure. And down here at the bottom of the tree we actually have the opened raptor eggshells that Alan Grant discovers to tell him that the dinosaurs are in fact breeding. So it was a really nice use of this tree because you get 2 great scenes from the movie in one, which I think is really cool. And of course I love how you can have the Brachiosaurus eating from the treetops. Alright everyone, let's move on to our review chart. Starting us off with build time, this set took me around 45 minutes to build. A relatively short build time for an $80 set, it only being 500 pieces. Visually though, this is honestly my favorite set visually from the entire wave. The Brachiosaurus looks amazing, the tree looks amazing, the Jeep looks amazing, the minifigures look amazing. I've got to give visually a 10 out of 10 because I really don't have a problem with anything in the set. Stability wise, I mentioned earlier how I found a bit of a stability issue in the feature raising the canopy of the Jeep. And of course the branches on the tree are going to easily break off from time to time, especially if you're playing with it or moving around quickly. So it's really not the most stable set, so I've got to give it a 7 out of 10. Design wise, I absolutely love how the tree is designed. It feels very much like a nice sized tree with plenty of branches for the Brachiosaurus to eat from. And of course the Jeep itself is very well designed too. It looks very accurate to the film. And of course I gotta love how the Brachiosaurus looks. It may be a molded piece and not a brick built piece, but they didn't skip on the details. It looks exactly the way it should. So I've got to give design a 9 out of 10. Now price per piece, this is an $80 set with only 500 some pieces. So once again, it fails that test, but are we really surprised when it comes to a Jurassic set? I've got to give price per piece a 6 out of 10. Now price per what you get, is this set worth $80? Now this set, unlike the Triceratops one in the previous video, has a brand new dinosaur species. So LEGO had to make a whole new mold and everything, which justifies the expensive price a lot more. That compared with the nice size of the tree being much taller than the Brachiosaurus, and the beautiful Jeep, I'm gonna say this set is probably more worth $70. Once again, $10 cheaper just like the Triceratops one, but I say it much more lightly than the previous set I reviewed. So I'm gonna give price per what you get a 7 out of 10. So leading us to the final verdict here, the price is still bad, but you get a lot more for your money, as well as a beautiful dinosaur. I'm going to give it an overall 7 out of 10. Once again, like every Jurassic set, it's probably going to be much more worth your money on sale, but for any die-hard Jurassic Park fan, this is going to be an absolutely incredible set, and might be just worth the $80 for you. Oh hey everyone, I'm just fulfilling my dream of riding a dinosaur and riding myself an actual Brachiosaurus. But I absolutely love the majesty of any sauropod dinosaur. Every time I see him in a Jurassic Park film, it brings a smile to my face, not just remembering the first time of seeing a Brachiosaurus in the films, but just simply the sheer size of these gentle giants and how peaceful they are for their size. It always warms my heart. I certainly hope the rest of you feel a way about these amazing animals, and I'm really glad we finally got a chance to have one in Lego form. But alright everyone, if you can please consider leaving a like and subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss another video. But anyway everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.